What's going on, guys and girls? We're here playing some more Star Wars Battlefront, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to earn the trophy or achievement Stay on Target. To do this, what you need to do is you need to kill 10 enemies in a match of Fighter Squadron. So in this mode there are human control players and there are also AI control players, so you might think that this is actually quite easy to get, but the problem is you actually have to get 10 human kills. So as you can see in this one, this is the score screen. I got 5 human kills and I also got 5 AI kills. That's a total of 10 kills, but I did not earn the trophy. And because the victory score limit is so low, you can see that no one in this game actually earned 10 human kills. So it's actually quite a hard thing to do, mainly because you could be doing really well and killing a bunch of guys, but then something like this would happen, where you just get killed instantly, and then what happens is you have to go back to a restart, and then you start quite far away from the battle and you have to fly all the way back into battle. So the easiest way I found not to die and to also be able to get this trophy is to make sure you get the hero unit. These vehicles are extremely powerful, you can kill things extremely fast, therefore getting more kills per game. But the other thing is that they are almost indestructible. Once you get it, you'll basically be it for the rest of the game. And you can take hits like this, killing the other person and barely taking a scratch to your health. So in reality, the only things that are actually going to kill you as the hero unit is you killing yourself by crashing into the ground, or by the other hero unit kamikazeing you like this guy. Now I'm not going to lie to you, you can actually be shot down by a dedicated group of people, but that's the thing, it takes a dedicated group of people shooting at you for an extremely long time before you'll die. And by the time you do die, you're either going to have your 10 kills or you're going to be pretty close to it. So just like in the other game modes where you have to find a hero token to become someone like Luke Skywalker, you need to do the same thing, except this time we're in spaceships and you want to become the Millennium Falcon or Slave 1. Now these tokens are usually quite hard to find, so what I'm going to do in this video is I'm actually going to go through every single location of where they are for each map and for each team, because they are in different places depending on which team you're on. So first up, we're going to be on a Jawa Refuge, which is one of the Tatooine maps, and we're going to be playing as a rebel. Now the first thing is they do not spawn instantly, these tokens. It takes about 45 seconds to a minute before they spawn, and this is one of 3 locations you can find it as a rebel on this map. So it could either be right here, so if you start from the spawn location, head down the canyon and you can find it in that little archway, or it could be in the second location right here. So this is, you're heading past that main structure again, and then you turn to your left instead of going through your right on this canyon, and you can head down here and you can see it in front of me, and this is actually very close to the spawn location for the Imperials on this map. And then the third location is when you are heading past this main structure again. Instead of turning left up at this junction, what you want to do is you want to turn right, and you can actually see it down there. So you just head down to this canyon, and it's actually very far away from the spawn location, so it's actually very hard to get as a rebel on this map. So that was all 3 rebel locations. Now I'm going to show you all 3 Imperial locations. So from the spawn point as an Imperial, you can fly down this canyon and you can see it just over on this ridge right here. So that is one of the 3 locations you can find it. The other location is just as you go past this structure. So you just keep flying straight and you will see it just on the ridge up there. So I'm actually going to crash when I'm going to actually get this, but this is the only gameplay I have of me actually getting that token. And then there is another one that you actually will find on the other side of the main city structure in the middle of the canyon, which is just over here. And this is the last possible location that you could find it. So now we're going to head over to the Hoth map, which is Outpost Beta, and if you're a rebel, what you can do is from the spawn point you can probably find it over here. Remember, it does take a little time for them to spawn in, and you can find it just in this canyon over here. And then another place you can find it, so we're going to actually travel past that canyon again. So the main sort of battle area is just to the left of us, and that's where you'll see like that dome with the big gun sticking out of it. And if you just head through this canyon at the back here, then what you can do is you can find the second spawn location just right there. And it's kind of just above one of the downed walkers, the downed AT-ATs. And then I'm actually just going to use this canyon again because this is the only footage of me getting the third location, and it is in this canyon that's all the way near the Imperial start location, which is just there, and that is where you'll find the third possible location of its spawning. Now, as the Imperials, one of the spawn locations you can find it is right next to the big dome with the gun sticking out of it. It's just between it and the cliff face, and you can fly past there and get that right there. So the second possible location as an Imperial, what you want to do is from the spawn point, head to your left and you'll find a canyon in the ground up here, and you just fly through it and you'll find the token right there. The third possible location for this is also in a canyon. It is on the left hand side though, and it's a bit closer to the spawn point. If you just head to this canyon in the ground over here, and you'll just find it just up on this corner right there. And that is all the locations for that map. Now we're on the map that I have no idea how to say this name. I think it's Judland Wastis. It's another Tatooine map. And if you're on the Imperial side, what you want to do is one of the possible locations is on the right hand side of this main ridge. If you're just coming from the spawn point, this is the only footage I have. You get shot quite a bit when you're trying to get this one, because it's all the way on the Imperial side of the map. And it's just down here on top of this little tiny ridge right there, and that is where you'll find a possible location for the hero token. The other second possible location is just down here. So from the spawn point, if you just head to your left hand side, you'll see it on this ridge line, which is just this ridge line on the left hand side, and you'll see it right there if it's in that location. The third possible location is on the main sort of ridge line right near the peak part, and you'll see it, and it's quite close to the Imperial spawn location, and that is it right there. So now from the Imperial side, when you're coming in from the spawn location as an Imperial, one of the possible locations is down on the right hand side. So you'll just head down here and you can see it in this little valley, and you just head towards it and you can get it if that is where the hero token is. You can also find it on the left hand side, so if you just head down this way from the spawn point, and you will see it down here. So this is the second possible location, and once you get it, you'll become the slave one, just like all the other times. And then the third possible location is very close to the third location for the rebel spawn point, and it's just over here on the main ridge near that peak kind of area. So this is the last map, and the other map that I don't really know how to say, Skoro Sub Central Complex, and it is a Sullust map. And so one of the possible locations as a rebel, if you're coming in from the spawn location, you can actually see it just under this little structure right there. There are two of those structures, so make sure that you get the right one. And then we're flying past the same structure again to find the second possible location, and it is just under the little satellite dish right there. So it's actually quite a big satellite dish, and you can find it right there. And the third possible location, so this is the other sort of like platform, so that's not the same one we flew onto before, and this is the third possible location. It's just in this canyon over here, quite close to the Imperial spawn location. Try not to crash, otherwise you won't get it. Now if you're an Imperial coming in from the Imperial spawn location, one of the possible locations for the token is just down here, so you just head straight down towards the structures. You can find it in the little canyon there. The other possible location, so this is the second possible location, is under this platform. So this is not the platform that we got the first one as a rebel, this is actually the other platform. And then the third possible location is just near the one of the turrets. So you can actually see one of these turrets over here. You can just fly past this one and you can see it right there. And that is all the possible locations that you can find a hero unit token for this game mode. So this is the actual match where I ended up getting my first 10 kills and getting the trophy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the gameplay and just give you some tips as I go through it. This is before I knew all of the spawn locations for the tokens and before I knew quite how they worked. So I'm just flying around looking for them because I know I want one. What I recommend you do is you go around flying, killing some human characters, and then around on the timer when it gets to about 9:15 or 9 minutes, that's when you want to start looking for the token. So as you can see, I got a trophy there. That was first shot. that was actually the first time I got the first kill in a game. And when you're looking for human characters, the human characters have the names on top of them, and so you really want to look out for those ones. So if they don't have a name on top of it, then it's an AI character, and that's when you kind of want to just go after just stop shooting at that one and go look for an actual human enemy. So now that I've actually spotted the hero token, I'm actually going to go and get it before everyone else. You really want to try and get it as fast as possible, and you also don't want to crash. I was lucky enough not to crash right there. So now that we're going to become the Millennium Falcon, so once you become the hero unit, what you want to do is you just want to fly around looking for human characters or human enemies, and you just want to kill them. So because we are a rebel character, we can actually tell very easily which ones are definitely human characters and which ones are not. First of all, you've got the clue because they've got the name on top of them. So if it's got a name on top of it, then it's definitely a human player. But if it doesn't have a name, it's an AI player. The other thing is, if you're seeing the TIE interceptors, if you're a rebel and you're seeing TIE interceptors, they are always going to be a human character because there are no AI TIE interceptors, but there are AI TIE fighters. So you want to just, so if you see a TIE interceptor, go after it straight away because you know it's going to be a human character, even though if you haven't seen, if it's got a name on top of it, you just know that's going to be that. And if you are an Imperial fighter, and you're flying in the TIE interceptors, then and rebel fighters, the A-wings, there are no AI A-wings, but there are AI X-wings. So if you see an A-wing and you are an Imperial person, then just go after the A-wing because it is definitely a human character. So as you can see, I'm just shooting as many of these guys as possible. I'm just looking around, trying to make sure I get the people that are also following me, and then also you can just crash into other people. So if someone's really close behind you, that you can pull out the backflip, and sometimes you can actually just block their view and they'll fly right into you and blow up, and then you'll get that kill. Otherwise, you can just look around, make sure you're getting them. Make sure you get the missile locks. So when you want to fire your missiles, you actually have to have a lock for a little bit before the missile will lock on. Even though your lasers might be shooting at it, your missile might not be locked on. So you just want to make sure you get that all aimed up before you fire that. And like I do there, and I get that human kill. And I don't think there's many more I need before I reach my 10 kills. So that one is not human, and that was neither a human, so I was just missing those ones. And I'm just going to go and find a human character. So as you can see, I'm just holding that lock on button, and if it doesn't have a name on it, I'm just trying not to shoot at it and just trying to find ones that do have name on it. So that one's got a name, so it is a human character. Well, it did have a name, so maybe that one wasn't, but one other one was. And as you can see, I've hit 10 interceptors, but that is not 10 human kills. We need to make sure we get 10 human kills. I believe this is the last one that we needed. So once we get this guy, we will get the trophy. So this guy's actually being pretty skillful, dodging me, and there we go. Stay on target. So that's all you have to do to get this trophy. It is one of the kind of annoying and harder trophies to get if you're not the most skilled player in this mode. But as long as you get the hero units, you can usually get quite a few kills as the hero unit. So that's all I'm going to do for this video. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys have now got the trophy or achievement. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. So now it's time for me to say see you guys and girls, and hopefully see you in the next episode.